Next 2 pages are chapter 1 of War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. This one's very hard for me to read, but I'm going to read it anyway. Alright, everybody, the next book I will be reading, chapter 1, I'm only going to read 2 pages because these are hard books, but I'm going to read it. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, translated by Richard Peaver and Laura Serdy. They have the Russian parts in here, and it's very difficult for me to read. I've read this once, so I apologize if I don't read it the greatest. Well, good evening. Sit down and tell me about it. So spoke in July 1805 the renowned Anna Pavlovna, maid of honor and intimate of Empress Marie Fedorova, greeting the important high-ranking Prince Vasily, the first to arrive at her soirée. Anne Paris had been coughing for several days. She had the gripe, as she put it. Gripe was a new word then, used only by rare people. Little notes had been sent out that morning with a red delivered footman, and on all of them, without distinction, there was written. I can't read that. The entering prince replied, not ruffled in at least by such a reception. He was wearing an embroidered court uniform, stocking, shoes, and stars, and had a bright expression on his flat face. He spoke that refined French in which our grandparents not only spoke, but thought, and with those quiet, patronizing intonations which are proper to a significant man who has grown old in society and at court. He went over to Anne Pavlovna, kissed her hand, presenting her with perfume and shining ball plate, and settled comfortably on the sofa. Set me as a C, he said, without changing his voice, and in a tone in which, through propriety and sympathy, one could discern indifference and even mockery. How can one be well when one suffers morally? It is impossible to remain at ease in our time if one has any feelings, said Ampa. You will stay the whole evening, I hope. And the fete at the British ambassador. Today is Wednesday. I must put in an appearance, said the prince. My daughter will come to fetch me and take me there. I thought today's fete was canceled. Jean Fete? I cannot read that. If they know... You know what? I can't read that one. I'm sorry, but that one's very, very difficult for me to read. And I'll keep trying. Don't worry, I'm not going to give up. But that one's difficult for me to read, so I apologize.